Pass here. Can you pass here? And I'll figure you from there. Pass here. Get a good road. Where you can go? Can you pass and we go?
As Uganda's political temperatures continue to rise, the campaign season is unfolding with unprecedented speed and tension. Candidates are currently traversing the country, canvassing for votes. However, the trail has increasingly been painted by chaotic scenes and cases of alleged brutality. Senior Presidential Advisor on Buganda Affairs, Alhajji Abdul Nadduli, has now added his voice to the raising concerns. Speaking from his hometown in Gulu zone, Wobulenzi Town Council, Nadduli strongly condemned what he calls the brutal treatment of National Unity Platform presidential candidate Robert Kyagulanyi, prominently known as Bobi Wine. Nadduli warned that Inspector General of Police Abbas Byakagaba could personally be held accountable for the conduct of security forces during this election period. He argued that the excessive use of force has not been justified enough, but also it is harming the popularity of the ruling NRM presidential candidate Yoweri Museveni, especially in Buganda, an area which he says is already showing signs of being politically fragile. According to him, it is impossible for the NRM to boast about development achievements when, at the same time, security forces are being accused of brutalizing civilians. He questioned what he called selective policing, noting that while NRM supporters hold processions freely, NUP events continue to be violently disrupted. He went ahead to criticize the current conduct of both the Uganda Police Force and the Uganda People's Defense Forces, saying that it does not reflect the founding principles of the National Resistance Army, which emphasized respect for civilians throughout the 1981 to 86 liberation struggle.
Bubu chikola abasigaddewo nanga bali bakulembeze bano sibakulembeze tikibafuula basiru balaba era basengejja gwe kimugana okusala kwegattako kiki bw'aba tategeera aba alina ne balance kwatambulira era mummwe abatwali ffenna mu nsiko nze omu ku abo abakakasa nti ffe ku lukalu lwa Afirika abajja okuba ne gavumenti ey'okufuuka ey'okwebuuzibwako bintunuulira muzeeyi engeri gyeyatutendekamu. Tojjukira nti twava mu nsiko ng'omuntu yennyini adduka owa poliisi n'agenda ku w'amagye nga be bantu balamu, naye olwaleero bonna obulako n'obasunsula be bakuba abantu emiggo be bakola batya. Mobilization twagisomesa bagitusomesa naye ate bano abaana bano bemutuyingiza abajaasi n'abapoliisi ab'omulembe guno mulimu bwe twaleeteramu abaali bannannyinizi gavumenti ziri kati abatwesasulizaako.
Meanwhile, Robert Kyagulanyi's campaign trail tells a story of its own, punctuated by violent confrontations and heavy deployments. Just this Tuesday in Fort Portal City, police blocked his planned rally and, in a very dangerous scuffle, Kyagulanyi's shirt was reportedly torn. Last week in Gulu City, clashes erupted as police and the UPDF personnel broke up a procession, leaving several supporters of the NUP injured. Similar scenes have unfolded in Kampala, Mbarara, Bwizibwera, Lira, Kasese, Kayunga, and Jinja, and again this week in Fort Portal. More than 450 supporters have now been detained. The party accuses police of partisanship and deliberately provoking violence. Alhajji Nadduli, who once welcomed Byakagaba's appointment as IGP, is now deeply disappointed, describing the recent incidents as atrocities against civilians. He expressed sadness that the same government supported by citizens during the Bush War is now accused of turning its guns on its own grandchildren. The Buganda advisor appealed to the IGP to rein on his officers, warning that accountability will come, if not now, then in the future when political power eventually changes hands. Nadduli further challenged the police leadership to explain how it will defend its credibility amidst a growing trail of documented arrests, detentions, and allegations of excessive force.
Oweekitiibwa Abbas Byakagaba nkulaajanira nga kitaawo kubanga emyaka gye nnyina nkuzaala, naye jjukira nti omulimu gw'ozza okukola gw'okola gwa ggwanga gwa bannayuganda. Toteekawo njatika eziraga nga Katonda bwe yakuba amakubo 7 nga buli mwana wa Isirayiri alina waayita mu bika byabwe nga bagenda okusomoka ennyanja. Tetujja kisobola. Naye kyusa ozze abasirikale bo mu mpisa, mu bakola amatuufu, mu nteekateeka entuufu eneetwagazisa. Gugenda kukubeerera mulimu bw'oliba owummudde nga ne gavumenti gy'okubirako abantu abakutule amagulu, naye egenze bajja kuwawaabira kubanga ebifaananyi ab'omulembe guno babirina tububawawono batukubira.
But the IGP, Abbas Byakagaba, has dismissed all these accusations. Speaking recently at police headquarters in Gulu, he insisted that the police force has acted with professionalism and restraint, adding that all political actors have been given adequate space to follow the Electoral Commission guidelines.
You see, under the Constitution, the police is charged with the protection of life and property in partnership with other security agencies and the general public, isn't it? It goes beyond the police. It's beyond the police. So depending on the situation and environment, even there is when we call upon the good intentioned Ugandans to come and join us too. You have even had cases where we have even recruited special police constables when we know that this situation requires more effort. I think that explains why when we are acting at our back, then also other security agencies.
As these two narratives continue to collide, one of alleged repression, the other of claimed restraint, the spotlight now shifts to the actions of security officers on the ground. The big question remains, are the voters experiencing professionalism or brutality? This story was compiled by Brian Lowaga, Uganda Radio Network.